Hello, good morning. This is Elizabeth Griffin, your indie author from South Philadelphia, and welcome back to my channel. So let's talk YouTube, audiobooks, and other miscellaneous things. I've been wanting to do this video, and I have been thinking about it all morning and trying to figure out the best way to present all of my jumbled ideas in one video and in a way in which it makes sense. So as you know, I've been narrating audiobooks via my phone and uploading them to YouTube specifically, and I'm having fun doing it. And as I create, I'm making some of this stuff up as I go, but as I create, I discover things and I try to implement them. So yesterday, while working on my so-called ghetto life, I went to YouTube's audio library and I chose a theme song for my so-called ghetto life. And then what I did was I uploaded it as the first video in the series, and you get to hear the theme of the book, and it sets the mood, and then it goes right into the narrating of the story. And I also have done this with Scrubbalicious. So in doing so, I was thinking a lot about audiobooks and African American writers and writers of diverse backgrounds. And when I search for audiobooks on YouTube, normally I don't find African American writers. Normally, pardon, here we go again. We know what that sound is. Oh, they stopped. Okay, so normally what I find in the romance category are historical romances that have been written by women, Caucasian, or some variation of that. And I don't really see books by so-called minority writers out there, especially not for free. You may get like a sample or a trailer, but you don't get an in-depth, complete story with African American characters or with characters of diverse backgrounds. You don't get that for free. So in thinking about that, and then looking at the books that I'm narrating, which Scrubbalicious has a multicultural cast, and then my so-called ghetto life is predominantly set in inner city Philadelphia, and most of the characters are African American or some combination of African American and maybe another nationality. So in saying that, there is a niche that needs to be filled, and that is producing audiobooks for people of color that are free. And I'm thinking that in doing this with my two books, I'm onto something, and so I want to pass it on to you. And I find that when you do something that you love and you fill a void, there's usually a group of people or a segment of people that are waiting to discover you and to come across you. And as I said, I created this channel because I wanted to see an African American face on romance writing, and a perspective that is other than mainstream, if you will. So in all things YouTube and audiobook and miscellaneous, I want to say that audiobooks are definitely popular. They are definitely in demand. I think if an author is out there that's creating a YouTube channel, think about implementing audiobooks in your platform, whether you have it done professionally or whether you do it yourself. And I've thought about actually purchasing, like writing an audiobook and then having someone professionally narrate it and then upload it onto my platform. I may do that in the future, but right now, because I'm growing the channel and I want to focus all my finances on creating audiobooks for Findaway Voices, which will upload to a lot of different audiobook platforms, I want to focus on that. But I'm having fun narrating, I'm learning, and I may, as I said in the past, try to polish up my narrating. I may at one point get a studio. I may at one point invest in a professional mic. I may do a lot of those things, but right now this is for fun and it's to grow the channel. But I want you as authors to think about how to be unique and how to stand out in this platform of YouTube, and as a writer, how to separate yourself from other writers. And another thing I wanted to mention is the The audiobook, My So-Called Ghetto Life, it originated as an audiobook, and then I decided to upload it as an ebook. And in the back of that ebook, which is on Amazon and it's on Kindle Unlimited, I embedded a link that will take you to my YouTube channel, and with a little comment, subscribe and share. So you can embed in your social media platforms links that will take you back to, let's say, YouTube channel or to your Facebook channel. Always include your backlist of books in your ebook formatting, and also include your social media links so that you can grow your other platforms. And also, if I'm going to create a soundtrack for My So-Called Ghetto Life, because if you've listened to My So-Called Ghetto Life, you notice that I sing certain theme songs, like the theme songs from the Jeffersons, or I mentioned the Peter Pan, When You Wish Upon a Star. So things like that. So I'm going to create a playlist that goes along with the audiobook, My So-Called Ghetto Life, and it will have a soundtrack that is specific to that particular piece of work. So these are some of my ideas about writing. And since I want to ramble on, since we said this is miscellaneous, I want to talk about passion flicks. As you know, I've been mentioning that, and I submitted my book Scrubbalicious to them for them to review, and hopefully for them to be interested in adapting it to a movie. But in saying that, I realized that there is so much out there that you can do as far as promoting yourself and introducing yourself to others. And so just take advantage of it. Do some screenwriting or script writing. Experiment and diversify. Learn another language and incorporate that in your writing. So as always, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Love, peace, joy, and happiness. Until next time, bye-bye.